Some of you may not know this fact about myself, but it's true. I was the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine World Champion, 1971 to 1975. Yep, I had it all. I had the world. People far and wide discussed the legacy of Joel, the greatest Mean Bean Machine player around. I had everything. That was a long time ago though. I haven't beamed in years now. I went on a bad drug trip in Casino Night Zone. When I came to, I was inside the casino vault surrounded by the police. I got 45 years since the night I pulled that night. I rotted in prison when legacy was forgotten, but that changes today. I'm out of prison. I'm ready to tape out the game from all these pretenders. It'll be hard. You can't just jump back into the game and expect to win after 45 years, especially with no practice. But I have no choice. I need to restore the legacy of the Mean Bean Machine community. Finally, I'm back home after all these years. So just how I remember it. Everything exactly how I left it, ready for me to hop right back in. My first opponent will be a player going by the alias of Arms. As you can see, many of the top players these days have turned robotic enhancements to gain an edge. Not me though, I am Armish. Now I know I haven't played in a long while, but I'm sure I could hit this guy no problem. Just put this one here and that one there, and I've lost. Okay, try again. Put this one here, that one there, the other one's here, and look, I win. See, still the champion. Following Arms, I have to face off against this Giga Chad. He's a Russian player, goes by the name Frankly. He's a pretty easy competitor though, he fought to the CSGO competition and had to be disqualified. Up next I have to face Humpty. I will say it's a bold move naming yourself after a famously fragile character. I respect his boldness. However, he did telegraph his one weakness, and I always take advantage of other people's weaknesses. Now moving on to Cocoa Nuts. What happened to Humpty, you ask? He was found unconscious at the bottom of a wall. He was rushed to the hospital, but sadly, he passed away. Tragic, really. Anyway, back to Cocoa Nuts. Now, I was scared when I went into this game. It is a well-known fact that you can monkey a Sega Genesis controller. Eventually, you'll play a winning game of Mean Bean Machine. Turns out, that didn't happen. He just kept pressing random buttons. It was pretty embarrassing, honestly. My next victim is Davy Sprocket. He is a Cuphead OC, and was a pretty difficult challenger for a while. Took him down eventually, though. Next up is Squeal. I haven't met him, but apparently he is dangerous. Wait, him? Really? Turns out I don't have to be worried after all. Okay, so it turns out he actually is pretty hard. I've been at this for hours, I want to kill myself, and I'm starting to get very hungry. Thankfully though, there is some vaguely pig-shaped meat nearby. One moment. Dynamite is the next competitor. He's the worst. Not because he was difficult, because his name is the worst pun of the entire roster. I wasn't doing too well, but I remember a trick from back in the day. She grind up a mean bean and snort it. It unlocks tactical time dilation, making the opponent far easier to beat. Spike, the absolute unit, challenged me next. He was that one kid we all knew at school, who was far too overweight for exercise, but still wanted to join the military. You know the type that would tell you random facts about guns even though you didn't ask. Thanks to my newfound powers though, he was pretty easy to defeat. My next competitor was apparently a fellow Brit. However, the organisers didn't realise he was from London, and therefore doesn't count as English. He was annoying to fight, because he demanded we roll a 20-sided dice before he could make any moves. After 40 hours, I managed to beat him. Dragon Breath is next. Apparently he got into me being after he was dropped from the WWE. He kept trying to hit me with a chair, he was calling me brother a whole lot. The match was already over before he actually stopped talking and started playing. My next competitor, Colonel Sanders, is second only to the champion. Back when I was the champ and Mean Bean Machine was still a real sport, this kind of marketing would never be accepted. I showed him the dipping sales of his filthy capitalist chicken, and when he was crying I took advantage and secured the victory. This is it. I've worked so hard, I've struggled and clawed my way back here to face the champion, Dr. Robotnik. I couldn't do it. I failed. I lost. Wait, where am I?
Rise, my son. I have watched you from afar. I have seen your quest to restore Mean Bean Machine to its true form. Save it from the hands of the filthy capitalists.
Who are you?
I am the Tetris Elder, and I will show you the true form of Mean Bean Machine. A pure form no one can wish to beat. Walk into light, my son, and be reborn in the Mean Bean's image.
Don't get so cocky. You think you can beat me, but you haven't even seen my true final form. You can't beat me, Robotnik. I have been reborn in the light of the one true and holy Mean Bean. I have done it. I've taken back my spot at the top of the most important sporting event mankind has ever seen. With me at the top, I will reform Mean Bean to its true former glory. Salutations, my comrades, and remember to praise the union of Mean Bean.
It's right on overtaken. It'll show your soul and it overtaken it. No, it will come and it will and it will and it will